Hello, welcome. Come on in. My name is Maggie Blake. I'm the Human Resources Manager here at Joy's House, and I'm so excited to welcome you to our event this evening. Now, this isn't going to be a typical gala if you've been to one of ours before. But then again, what's been typical about this year? We do have a lot in store for you. It's going to be super fun, so many great things. Let's get started. So come on this way with something you might be familiar with, which is our registration table. We've got Karina here with us today. And while we're here, I do want to make sure that you are signed up for the silent auction. If you have not been on there yet, please check it out. There are so many innovative packages, so many incredible things. And while we're here to have fun and we're here to celebrate our mission, this is a fundraiser. So please, please, please go check that out. And if that's not your thing, no worries. You can donate at any point this evening at www.joyshouse.org. And before we leave here, I do want to thank our sponsors. We could not have done this year without them. Their support and their trust in us has been so incredible. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our little joyful hearts. Come on in. This is our Joy's House Broad Ripple location. We've got so many great parts of this house, and I would love to show you every single one of them, but we'll have to come back for another time to do a tour. You can also stop by our U-Indy location, but again, maybe like after COVID. Anyway, I hope you're buckled in. I hope you're wearing your comfiest pajamas. I hope maybe that you have a drink and you're sitting on the couch and you're ready for everything that we have in store for you. I can't wait to leave you in very good hands. Tina McIntosh and Vince Sal will be your co-hosts this evening, and I am honored to be the first to welcome you to the Living Room Lounge.
Well, hello there. Thank you, Maggie. We're so glad you made it to the Joy's House Living Room Lounge, and a big thank you to our Chesterfield sponsor, AARP. For the next hour, you will be participating in a formal fundraiser where we...
No, you won't. It's a fundraiser, but it's not formal.
Oh, but this is the gala, right?
Kind of, but instead of, sitting down for a nice meal, people are probably having pizza. Instead of being in a beautiful venue, they're in the comfort of their homes, and instead of getting all dressed up and fancy, they're wearing, loungewear.
Like this. Yeah. I'm sure this is, we're doing it this way because of COVID.
Pretty much. It's been a crazy year for all of us, like every single one of us, so we adapt.
Fair enough. In all seriousness, Tina, how has COVID affected Joy's House?
Like so many others, we closed our doors for a period of time. We focused everything we had on caring for our families, especially our caregivers, and we made changes to how we operate. Now we're back open at both locations, and we've seen so many of our guests and our family caregivers who have declined during this quarantine period. So it's been hard on us as an organization and on each of us as individuals, but we're still here serving the community.
Indeed you are, and we're blessed to have Joy's House in the community. I'm assuming Joy's House is doing all of the mandated and proper things, taking temperatures, wearing masks, social distancing?
We are.
I figured you would be. That's excellent. Is there anything else you want to say about the new COVID world we're living in?
I mean, we can't be in person. We have to get tested and answer 1,000 questions to do things like what we're doing tonight. It's made us rethink how we provide services to our families who, people who are caring for, loving, living with somebody who has a life-altering diagnosis.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, here is what we can promise you for this evening. We've made a list of words and phrases that people are sick and tired of hearing during this COVID madness, and we are making a promise right now that we will not use them under any circumstances this evening. This is a fundraiser, of course, not a drinking game, but here are the words and phrases that we promise not to use. Social distancing, mask, COVID, unprecedented, essential, healthcare, fundraiser.
Oh, okay. Fundraiser wasn't on the list.
It is now. I'm adding that.
That's great.
So if any of these words are used at any point during the evening, you're going to hear a gentle
Okay, it's going to be a long hour, but in this hour, we want you to send us messages if you're on Facebook. Post pictures of yourself, whatever's going on in your own four walls. It helps us to feel connected and see who's here. I do want to give a big thank you to my coworkers. They have given everything they have to the families who rely on us. I say to them, you've worked your tails off to take care of others, and please always remember that what we do and how we do it. It's important and that you are essential.
Gotcha. All right, let's get this thing going. As you know, this event is free for anyone to watch.
All right, so that means that you can share it with others. It's really simple. Just share it on your Facebook page and tag others so that they join us. Text people, tell them to hop on. It's going to go really fast, so do it now and hold on tight. And if you haven't checked out the silent auction, you should. There are some really great items there. And after all, we're not only here to celebrate the mission of Joyce House, but to raise money.
Okay, we do have an agenda for the evening, and because things are going to move so quickly between now and 8 o'clock, we want you to know what's going to happen. So let me lay it out for you. First, grab a drink.
Okay.
As you probably know, if you were one of the first 200 people to purchase VIP tickets, Tina and I are drinking our specialty drink for the evening, concocted by Kyle Buckley and the good people over at the Rook, located in Broad Ripple.
It's good.
It's ridiculously delicious, and perhaps a tad bit dangerous since, you know, we're doing a live show and everything. As Tina mentioned, the silent auction is live and will end at 8:30. So please don't waste any time. Bid early and bid often.
You're going to hear from one of our Joyce House families and several of our guests. Our VIP ticket holders also have been entered into a special drawing for the night. We'll have that first drawing here in just a moment. You should know that we will ask you to make a donation while we're together tonight because, I mean, after all, it's a fundraiser. So, we have some surprises in store as well, but before we get into all of it, I ask you to pause while someone very special to us, Liz Todd, leads us in prayer.
Hello, family and friends of Joy's House. Please join me as we pray together. Heavenly Father, we invite your presence into this special event. This year we had a storm that exceeded any previous storm. The thunder roared and the lightning flashed. The world seemed to turn upside down while it spun round and round. When things finally settled, we found ourselves in a pandemic called coronavirus. We found ourselves in racial prejudice, in anger, in murder, in quarantine, cut off from normal life events. Father, I believe you stopped the world asking us to look to you. Joy's House closed its doors, but not its heart. Staff had to stay home, but first they cleaned and disinfected Joy's House from top to bottom. And then what? We discovered if there was no light, if we couldn't find the light, then we needed to be the light. Staff virtually came together and came up with a plan. They started regular phone calls to our guests and caregivers. They treated our families to drive-bys, parades, gifts, food, care kits, and even online virtual activities. They wanted to be the light to our precious families. They wanted to bring some joy in the midst of chaos and isolation. They became your hands of love and listening ears. They became light in the darkness. You, Father, stopped the world, but as we looked to you for wisdom and guidance, things started to be a little brighter. Again, there was hope that Joy's House would survive. You provided financially for us to keep our staff on payroll. You provided donations from those who believed in us, and it has been overwhelming. We, too, unexpectedly received the love and the light. Thank you that we are now open to serve many of our families in bringing much needed relief from these weeks of quarantine. Tonight we reach out to all who are watching and listening to ask once again, come alongside us. More than ever, Father, you have made it clear how much Joy's House is needed, not only in the community, but also as a prime example for the industry of adult daycare. We ask your blessing on this evening. Even though it is virtual, we need participation in each planned part of the program. Father, open hearts and minds to be a part of this great ministry. To you be the glory, great things you have done. Amen. Hello.
this place is a fun place. It is a fun place.
My favorite thing about being Joy's House is the people are so friendly.
Well, when I come to Joy House, I feel like I'm gonna be good because I done met you now and I kind of know you a little bit.
Everyone, it seems to be so nice. Everything, they know what they want to do, and I think they are all very nice people.
Joy's House serves adults living with life-altering diagnoses and their families by providing exceptional adult day and caregiver services.
I love Joy's House because it's nice and clean and neat and everybody's friendly.
I want to especially thank Miss, she's standing out here, Miss Nicole, you know, because she many times has helped me a lot. Like, you know, they're going to touch you with this. I'm a person that I don't like to be touched. And so little things like that kind of throw me off a little bit.
I'm just still here, and I appreciate all of you all that's here too.
This program has meant so much to me. So much to me. Keep it going. Please keep it going.
I love being at Joy's House.
Thank you, Joy's House.
Gracias, felicidad. Casa de felicidad. Gracias por todo. Adiós.
I love them so much. All right, we have some prizes to give away. This drawing is for our VIP ticket holders, and in it there are going to be some things that you really hope to win, and then there are going to be some other things.
Okay, thanks, Tina. I see no reason to wait. Everyone meet Teresa Bonner. Teresa, tell us why you're here.
Okay, well, actually, 21 years ago, I fell in love with Joy's House. I was the first paid employee, and I left to change careers, and it was just a different season in my life. I'm back on staff at Joy's House after being gone for 21 years. I'm back, and I actually feel like I'm back at home.
Well, that's really admirable and wonderful and everything, Teresa, and we're certainly, glad you're back, but I meant, like, what are you doing, like, here, right now?
Oh. Well, I'm here actually to help with the VIP drawing.
Oh, okay, well, that's good news. Well, then, let's get it going. What's our first prize tonight?
Okay, our first prize this evening is, it's a bread plate and spreader, as well as $50 to use at Joe's Butcher Shop. And let's see who is our first winner. It is Jeff Groenmeyer.
All right, Jeff, way to go.
Yay! All right. Okay, so our next prize is actually a basket worth over $120 from our friends at Conner Prairie. And let's see. The winner is Matt Rosini.
All right, Matt.
All right.
By the way, if you are a winner of the VIP drawing, or if you're the winning bidder at the close of the silent auction tonight, you'll be able to pick up your goods starting Tuesday of this coming week, or if possible, they'll be mailed to you. Speaking of the silent auction, how's everybody doing with those bids out there? Are you winning?
Yes.
Remember, because this is a fundraiser, you win and Joy's House wins. We do want to thank all of our sponsors: Ascension, Caregiver Homes of Indiana, PwC, Barnes Denig, Hoosiers Work for Health, Come for Care Home Care, Katz Sapper and Miller, Western Governors University, American Senior Communities, American Village, and AARP.
Before we share the next few winners of the prizes from the drawing, we want to share some pictures with you. Earlier this week, we were able to deliver 2 special packages from Living Room Lounge sectional sponsors. This first one is a picture of Caroline Gleason Ducanich receiving her basket of all kinds of goodies from American Village. Caroline was the very first person to buy her VIP ticket, and we want to say thank you, Caroline. Enjoy. And this next one is Kathy Garver getting her American Senior Communities basket. Kathy is responsible for a good number of our silent auction donations. Thank you, Kathy. But there's one more, and this is a big one. Not only is this basket donated by our Chesterfield sponsor, AARP, but they put together a fantastic basket, and we got to deliver it live tonight to Beth Olson and Jim Tanner, who supported in a number of ways this evening, including hosting John and Barb Galena. All right, Teresa, do we have a few more winners from the drawing?
Actually, we do. Let's see. So we have equestrian lessons to Janet Kiesling Stables. How cool is that? Our winner is Devin and Megan Marine.
All right.
All right. So next we have something that everyone's going to want. It's a bottle of tequila. You must be 21 years of older to collect. It's ice cube molds and this burrito blanket. That might be one of the softest looking, weirdest looking blankets I've seen, Tina. The winner is Dwight Burlingham.
Yeah. Jealous.
Okay. Our last prize winner for now will win this brand new Russian chime. It's $50 to Brick's Ice Cream Shop. And the winner is Miss Linda Bell.
Linda! Hey!
All right.
Okay, thanks, Teresa. So let's take a few minutes to talk about why we're here tonight. It's to have fun for sure, but even more importantly, we are here to raise money for Joyce House. Historically, the gala has been the biggest fundraiser of the year. This year, well, things are different. But the bottom line is we still need to raise money tonight. Our goal is to raise $100,000. We have a great start this evening thanks to our sponsors, whom you have already heard about this evening, and you can find at the bottom of the screen. This is where we look to all of you. We are asking you to make a donation right now by pressing the donate button on Qtego, or you can always go to joycehouse.org to make a donation. If you can make a $50,000 gift, hallelujah. If $5 or $50 is more your style, then by all means, please make that donation now as well. While you thoughtfully contemplate what size gift makes sense for you, we ask that you watch this short video about Joyce House.
Okay, hold on. So Vince doesn't know about this part, but if we raise $10,000 in the next 5 minutes, I have a really special loungewear outfit for him to put on.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Video, please. Go to the video.
I love Joy House. They treat all of them nice. All you have to do is tell them you need something or want something, and they say, yes, ma'am, we'll get it, and they do.
Joyce House is a not-for-profit adult day service, and that's what we did for years. And we suddenly realized that caregivers needed so much attention and care and education and connection that we added caregiver support services to our mission. Most of our adults that come here are living with some kind of a life-altering diagnosis, Alzheimer's or strokes or MS, Parkinson's. You know, they're living with something that's really changed the course of their life. Or they were born with maybe a developmental disability, and so they need a place for safety and community too. We're not supposed to have favorites at Joyce House. I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that Miss Aline is at the top of that list. Miss Aline walks in a room and her smile, I mean, come on, her face, her cheeks, like everything about her soul comes through in her smile. And you can't help but to fall in love with her.
She's generous to a fault. Anything she has, she will give to you. Strong as whiskey, but melts like butter. I'm telling you, she'd always say, well, the Lord don't give you no more than you can bear.
Yes.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
That was her favorite thing, and that got us through a whole bunch of time. Older sister died. I think that was the fracture.
She just kept forgetting little bitty things. And I was like, Mom, don't you remember you did this? And she was like, I did. So I finally got with her and I said, we need to, I'm gonna take Mama to the doctor. I took her to the memory place, and it kind of broke my heart because she made a clock and they asked her to put the arms at 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and they were backward. And I was like, something's wrong with Mama. I like taking care of Mama. I like making sure she's comfortable, making sure that she gets what she needs when she wants it. My daddy loved my mother. He showed it. He would call her Dow, baby. When he really wanted something, he would say, Dow. When he was mad at her, he'd be like, now Dow, baby, or Ellen, you hear me? And she'd be like, oh, shut up, David. And I'd be like, but Daddy loved my mom.
Dad died on February the 8th, but the day before that, I went up to the nursing home to clean him up, and he said to me, take care of your mother. Okay, Dad. You know, I just played me. Sure, Dad. And he said it again, take care of your mother. I said, okay, Dad, I will. And he said it again, and he looked right at me. I'm telling you, that was the moment in my life that everything changed. We didn't think this day would come. I honestly did not think this day would come where she would need our care, because she was so strong and so active, and so she's traveled to every state except the Dakotas in the United States. She's been to every place except the Dakotas. And that's my vow, to take her to the Dakotas one day.
Don't wait too long.
Don't wait too long.
What scares you?
Her not remembering who I am.
What part of it?
What scares me?
Oh,
I don't never want her to forget who I am.
not much. Just not being able to pray and connect with Jesus. That's the only thing that scares me, ever. When I don't hear that little voice. Nothing else.
Oh, thank them for everything they do for me. Not a problem. If I had to do it again, I'd do it the same way.
There's 5 of us left now, and so we just want to make sure that in her transition to this new era in her life, that she has dignity, is well taken care of, is healthy. The repetitiveness of the progression of the dementia and stuff like that, that's frustrating to me. And then because you can sit there and 5 minutes later, she's gonna ask you the same thing, and sometimes it's even overwhelming.
I mean, what would it be like if you didn't have Joy's house?
Chaotic. Chaos. I don't trust anybody with Mom.
I can't imagine it.
I
It
just
would be
feel
really horrible and a tragedy. I couldn't do it.
I feel
couldn't do it.
safe with Mom being there. I trust the Joy House.
See, it satisfies her need to socialize, and then it satisfies my need to isolate for a while, to be away. Give them a try. You can trust them. They are
very good.
sincere. Your person, your loved one will be very well taken care of. The staff is A1. I love it. I feel like now that I can't go inside of Joy House due to the pandemic, that I'm missing something, because every day that I used to go pick up Mom, they were just like my friends too.
To see Miss Eileen and her daughters together is part of that magic that we talk about. You can see years and years of love and growth, and memories, and they just have such a special connection with each other.
What?
Love you, mommy.
I love you
Mother me. Stop, girl. Love you, Mom. I love you too. Thank you.
You just don't need to do it alone. Joy's House is here.
Wow, Tina, that was really good. Tell me, after watching that, what moves you?
I think, there are a few things. One, we've known this family for a long time, and so we've gotten to know each other really well, and I love their heart, and I think just from that video you can see what a great bond they have with each other, and how much, you look at that and you see these girls, they love their parents, you can tell. But the other thing is being let into their home. Our relationship with our guests, our clients, we call them guests, and our caregivers, the perspective we get is when people pull up to our door most of the time. Vince, I'm having a real hard time, I'm not gonna lie, talking to you through this.
I'm here, I'm still over here.
But being let into their home is a different thing. You see in the video, you see the pictures, and you get to see Miss Eileen with her husband, and you get to see the girls when they were younger. And I think that with older adults, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's really easy for people to look at somebody who's older or living with some kind of a diagnosis and to forget that they've had an entire life before that moment that we met them. And it's just a reminder that Miss Eileen and so many people that we know and love have lived an entire life of those picture frames and memories and beautiful moments with their families and careers, the whole thing. But we get to love them now, where they are.
And that's just one guest of many here at Joy's House, and it's just wonderful what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are so close to hitting our goal, but we still need your support. Please keep bidding on those silent auction items, and remember that the silent auction is going to close promptly at 8:30.
Except stop bidding on the Green Goddess necklace. I'd like everybody to stop. You won't want to wear it. Okay.
Tina must have a bid on it.
Okay, all right. So it's beautiful, and I'm bidding on it, but.
Again, if you would like to make an outright donation to Joy's House, simply press the donate button on Qtego, or you can always go to joyshouse.org. Tina, is there anything else going on at Joy's House that we haven't discussed this evening?
Yeah, we've been working with like-minded organizations as well as the Division of Aging, the Indiana Division of Aging, our dear friends at UIndy Center for Aging and Community, trying to figure out what it is that family caregivers are really going to need as we move forward. Let's be honest, this is, I won't say unprecedented, a delayed buzzer, unprecedented time, but really I don't think any of us know what's going to happen in the future. And so we will be ready sometime early 2021 to share more about the results of this research and hard work. It has potential to be bigger than anything we've ever done and make a substantial impact on family caregivers, not only across the state of Indiana, but further. So yeah, there's a lot going on in the midst of this just crazy time. So, okay, how are we doing, crew in here? How are we doing with the fundraising? All right, okay, all right, because I think Vince is really gonna like his outfit. We want you to keep your donations coming, please. If you are already logged into Qtego, just click the donate button now. If you aren't, you can simply follow the link that we have here or just send me a message and I'll come pick up a check. I know you think I'm kidding, but I will come to your house tomorrow and pick up a check. Before we hear about our final 4 winners from the drawing, I also want to ask that you post a picture of yourself on social media. I hear that you are posting great comments, and I think there were some drink pictures, and keep those things coming too. But we also want to see pictures of you wearing your loungewear and tag Joy's House. Vince and I are going to pick the best one, and while you will absolutely not win a prize of any kind, you're going to have bragging rights for sure. So Teresa, how about our last 4 winners of the drawing tonight?
All right, so provided by our friends at American Senior Communities, there's a dance class, a kayak trip, beer and a bottle of wine and a lot of other fun stuff. So let's see who our next winner is. Amy Marquise Braun.
Hey!
Yeah! All right. Okay. This winner receives $100 to Morellis Cleaners. And congratulations to Dave Blankenship. Hey!
Go, Dave.
Okay. So next we have 5 coaching sessions with Kindred Heart Coaching. And this prize goes to Jennifer Kirstein.
All right.
Go, Dave.
Okay. So, for our last prize of the evening, we have saved what might be the most sought after prize of the night.
Yes.
It's considered the best, right? The next name drawn is going to win this very special Bob Ross toaster.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And yes, Bob Ross's face magically appears on every piece of toast. Big congratulations to, is there a drum roll? Danny Deneau.
Hey!
Hey!
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Because of the first ever Joy's House Living Room Lounge and your generosity over the past several minutes, we have raised over $100,000.
It actually, Kari just sent a sign. It's almost $109,000 at this point, and I think it keeps going up. So, yay!
And Tina made me put on this ridiculous outfit.
Slow spin.
Which
Slow
actually,
spin.
you know, I kind of like. I bet you I wear this and embarrass my children at some point.
I've met you.
Again.
And I believe you. I think you look great, Vince. I want to thank each of you for being here, and I want to thank the donors to our silent auction and our sponsors as well. And we hope that we always make you proud.
By the way, the winner of our best loungewear photo
I know who it is.
for the living room lounge.
I know who it is. Am I right that it was Mandy? It's Mandy Schwarzentrooper. So good job, Mandy.
Well, I got to tell you, this has been one of the strangest events I have had the honor of being a part of. And despite my outfit, we've actually had a lot of fun.
All right.
Before we go, is there
Yeah.
anything you'd like to talk about of the future of Joy's House, future plans, things
Oh
of that nature?
goodness. Okay, so this is a hard one. There are so many buzzwords I can't say. I feel like this is not going to go well for me. There are a couple things. One, I hope we don't go down on lockdown again. You know, I understand that that's possible. That certainly affects the care that we're able to provide because we can't be here for the adult day service side of things. And on the caregiver side of things, we learned through this first one, but you know, it's hard. Our folks are very controlled by weather, and we're nervous. The folks that we serve here at Joy's House, our guests, are the most vulnerable people in our community. And so, above all, we want to keep them safe, no matter what that means. We hope that we get to stay open, you know, every day for the next 40 years. But we'll take it one day at a time with the rest of you and see what happens during this COVID. I really don't like the buzzwords during this COVID time period. But we also are launching Caregiver Crossing, which is a podcast that we used to have as a radio show, and that will be launched as a podcast this coming Monday. And we're excited. We've been doing some interviews with people, we say around the country, but we've had some international interviews as well. And so you can find that anywhere that you get your podcasts, or you can simply go to wishtv.com and find it there. But we're excited for that.
Well, Tina, is there anything you've missed tonight from a previous gala that maybe would have normally taken place that didn't happen tonight?
Yeah, I mean, this is different. I miss being in a room full of people who care deeply about the mission of Joy's House. I miss that interaction with people. I miss our guests and our caregivers being there. And those of you who are always supportive, I miss you being able to see the guests and the caregivers that our services benefit too. But above all, I'm going to miss the hugs, and I'm going to miss the dancing.
Well, while it won't be the same, we are going to close this evening by sharing pictures of past galas, highlighting those very things. If you still want to donate, or if you have questions about anything related to Joyce House or the Living Room Lounge, you'll find information on the closing screen, or you can always log on to joycehouse.org.
So before I give a couple extra thank yous, we are going to end here. I know it's a little early. Vince and I know you might be really surprised by this, but we are not trained media professionals, and we're just delighted that you've been with us during this time. So stick around. There are some special things that are going to happen after. The silent auction will close at 8:30 promptly, so keep bidding on those items. And I do want to give a big thank you to Vince for doing this and for wearing that ridiculous outfit, and to all of you for being here. So be safe and be well, and until next time, please take good care of each other. Bye.
night I fell in love for the last time. Last night we waited for the sun. Fled dreams to better things. How much longer will we wait? How much longer will we wait? And our pretty people come together, and other pretty people love together, and other pretty people, they help each other, and other pretty people, oh, 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 oh. Summer's breeze comes with these. I'm sure we're onto something. The grounds break. Is it all that we can reach for? Is it all that we can teach? And other pretty people that come together, and other pretty people they love together, and other pretty people they help each other, and other pretty people, the pretty people, oh, no discrimination, no misinterpretation. Our love lives blind. Wrap your arms around your friends, take a hand and run into the wire. Into the wire. And other pretty people, they come together, and other pretty people, they love together, and other pretty people, they help each other, and other pretty people, the pretty people, oh, 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 oh. Take this out of here and it might sound a little bit better, right? I'm Matthew. This is a song for the honeybees. To leave. The grass is greener looking in from the sea. But for so long we've wanted to breathe. Waking time for a light release. Speak to me of the sweetest things. Speak to me. Into the wind we can follow, piling easy loving. And into the wind we can follow, piling easy loving. Lifted like the smoke from my trees, and we sit and daydream with the honeybees. Together, but by so better we found each other for another lifelong pursuit. Speak to me of the sweetest things. Speak to me. Into the wind we can follow, piling easy loving. Into the wind we can follow by. can follow violent, easy loving. And into the wind we can follow violent, easy loving. Into the wind we can follow violent, easy loving. Into the wind we can follow violent, easy loving. It's easy loving, it's easy loving you. It's easy loving. Hope everyone's been doing well out there. Just happy to be playing some guitar and singing some songs. This is a song I wrote called Matches. Oh, Niskayuna Road, oh, Niskayuna Road, where do you go? Oh, Niskayuna Road, oh, Niskayuna Road, where do you go? It's where the trees reach for the heavens, and I wonder if I could follow them home. It's where the trees reach for the heavens, and I wonder if I could follow them home. Daddy keeps telling me we should understand the ways of the world. We're misled by the hopes of a life when stuff doubts. There's only 4 matches left before the house burns down. Before the house burns down. So we wonder what a new day brings. There's 3 matches left and only a cigarette's burning. So we wave to the pessimistic minds of a life continued past the days we never believed we'd see. My mama keeps telling me we should understand the ways of the world. We're misled by the hopes of a life rinsed of blood. There's only 2 matches left before the house burns down. Before the house burns down. Before the house burns down. Oh, I know, never find love like this again. Oh, I know, never find love like this. Never find love like this. No, I know. Daddy keeps telling me we should understand the ways of the world. We're misled by the hopes of a life rinsed of doubts. There's only 1 match left before the house burns down. Before the house burns down. Before the house burns down. But will the house still stands? It's where the trees reach for the heavens, and I wonder if I could follow them home. for the heavens, and I wonder if I can follow them home. It's where the trees reach for the heavens, and I wonder if I can follow them home. It's a song about I saw a picture in my old bathroom, and it was taken by my uncle, and it said Old Niskayuna Road on the bottom, and that's where my dad's side of my family kind of lived for a little while, and just saw the picture, and I felt like I jumped inside of the picture and was able to be there, and the song just kind of came out of the picture, if you will, just naturally. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks so much to Joy's House. Thanks so much for listening. This is a song called The Future's Alive. Straight out the windows with our backpacks, singing songs. Heading to drive across the country all night long. The past is still there and the future's alive. Pick up the pace and lengthen your stride. Whoa, dreams can't touch the life we live. We'll write the book in a moment. Dreams can't touch the life we live. We'll write the book in a moment. It's the life we live. Oh, 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 life we live. Oh, 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 it's the life we live. Oh, 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 the life we live. Can't rob the world of the love in the streets. You move fast or the lifeless come straight to your feet. But the past is still there and the future's alive. Pick up the pace and lengthen your stride. Whoa, dreams can't touch the life we live. We'll write the book in a moment. Dreams can't touch the life we live. We'll write the book in a moment. It's the life we live. Oh, 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 life we live. Oh, 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 it's the life we live. Oh, 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 the life we live. In a moment, the months breathe a breath of fresh air. The past is still there and the future's alive. Pick up the pace and lengthen your stride.